Yes. I'm your man, Pedro, aka Blacklisted.
Blacklisted?
Blacklisted.
How much have you had to drink?
Oh, I've had way too many. Havana Club's been good to me. What can I say? My man, introduce yourself to the masses. Let them know who you are and what you're about.
Hello everyone, I am Morprime. Go by the name Morgan, but everyone knows me as Morprime. I'm into shoes for a long time. You and me have known each other for years.
That's right.
I've known all the boys in the panel for years too.
That's right.
I'm working for Sneaker Freaker at the moment. Hopefully for foreseeable future. I love it. Today we're selling the magazines as well. And the new book. And we've also got, I'll link it back to Puma, we've got the Inhale cover. Dropping today as well, so I'm a big fan of that shoe. So yeah, thank you guys for having me on it.
No worries. And obviously you've already introduced yourself and why you're here. I want to say, what would you say over the 2 days has been your highlights in regards to Sneakerness?
Just conversations.
Okay.
Like I think for a lot of us nowadays, because we've been doing it for such a long time, I think finding a pair of kicks, I've got everything I kind of want nowadays, unless you want to get like mags or something.
Right.
I'm never going to be able to afford that. But yeah, just seeing people all in one space that I don't normally get to see at once, and because I'm actually here for a long amount of time, I can actually have a decent conversation. It's not just at a party like hi, gotta move on, bye, do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I've enjoyed that, I've enjoyed catching up with everyone. That's been the best thing for me.
Sure, and I guess it's helped for you because you've got a stand, so you're at one spot, so people can just come to you, whereas obviously, as you well know, when you're at an event, you're always potting around, you can never stay with...
Dude, I remember events back in the day when I was working them, I was just like running around like a headless chicken. Like, yeah, it was just from one thing, there was one issue to one issue to one issue to one issue, so like it's very nice to sort of, be on a spot that everyone can come to you, but also you're chained down for the rest of the day.
Of course.
And I've got to leave and get some content at some point, so like multitasking in it. But yeah, no, I love it. It's really, really good.
Right. As you said earlier, you're a man of kicks. You love your kicks, and I know you've been to Sneakerness in Europe.
Yep.
What would you say has been the secret to Sneakerness over the last few years? Well, why have they been who they have been?
How I think Sneakerness works, and I've said this a lot of times, is Sneakerness started as a business, and then a community grew around it. So it's very professional, it's very set up. You know what I mean? Like it's very easy to come in and buy your tickets online, buy your tables, and that sort of stuff.
Sure.
Whereas sometimes other events as well, they've started as a community and then turned into a business, and that has a backlash to it in itself.
Right.
Whereas Sneakerness have kind of started that way from the start, and they've had to deal with being a business and all the problems and issues that come with that. But because they've been going so long now, they're used to it. But yeah, it's very smooth. It's a very, very smooth trip. Like if you ever go to London, I'll be honest, it's quite quiet. I don't think it was too hyped up in the run-up.
Okay.
But like if you look at like Amsterdam and Zurich, dude, like Amsterdam, I think they gave me the number was 7,000 people came through. Wow. I was surprised how many people came through because I was just like, I went the year before and it was busy.
Right.
And to me, I feel like maybe the scene has kind of like closed a little bit.
Okay.
So I didn't think that many people would be interested, but I think from going to there, it's just, you see not people that super into it, but just everyone's like, oh, a day about shoes, now they just come up for it. Like those people that sort of like just got into it through like Off-White or seeing stuff online, StockX, stuff like that.
Sure.
It's a nice thing for them to come and see.
Okay.
But for us nowadays, I think it's just more about meeting people and just catching up, man.
I just want to pick up on the fact that you mentioned on the current edition of Sneaker Freaker, you're plugging Puma. Puma seems to be the headline news.
Yeah.
What do you think Puma have done over the last 12 to 18 months to be part of the conversation, to have relevance within the sneaker culture?
So it's interesting because they're doing quite well on their stocks at the moment, but I'm not sure it's coming so much from the stuff that we're into.
Right.
But I mean, I went into the Puma showroom like a year ago, and these were on the shelf.
Okay.
And Inhale were on the shelf, and there were only two shoes that stood out for me. As I was like, those are fire. Those would do really well. Like this is what you need to be pushing, and I'm slowly starting to see this stuff is better, and like I think this is the way they're going down now. I love suedes, everyone loves suedes, right? But it's a bit like been done. You know what I mean, we've had the 50th anniversary. Like if you want to get a pair of suedes, you can get a pair of suedes.
It's not that difficult.
It's not that difficult, but like this is more interesting to me. The more technical, technical panelled uppers.
Sure.
Because this harks back to original design, where like in the 2000s, everything sort of went to like hyperfuse and like synthetic materials. Whereas before, when they were building like basketball shoes, to add strength, they'd add paneling, to increase like the use of the shoe. I love that look. To me, that's like seeing all the little bits and the laces and everything. I think it's great.
Would it be fair to say that moving forward, that
I just think because we're going into that sort of like early 2000s, 90s runners trend now. I think Puma have got a really good catalogue in that, so I think we're going to see more of that. And I think it's going to be good for all of us who are into it.
Okay, so you've actually beat me to the punch, because I was going to say for Puma to stay relevant in the conversation, is that the direction they need to go into?
Yeah. Awesome. I mean, I'm seeing you guys wearing these today. I see like Van Wheels over there. Look how that shoe sits on foot.
Yeah.
Like that is almost like the perfect shape of a shoe. It's slanted. It's not too skinny. Do you know what I mean? It's well built. Yeah, for me, I think more of this. I'd love to see some collabs on this model. I'd love to see some premium makeups. And yeah, them to give it the life it needs. Because I think the problem a lot of brands have is the sales might not be so good.
Sure.
Or they didn't get enough hype. And then they'll drop the model and you won't see it again. But a lot of stuff that's come out is actually, it takes a long time to like filter into the subconscious of the consumer. Because if you imagine back to like back in the day, like with the Air Max 1, that'd be on shelf for like 3 or 4 years, right? Do you know what I mean? And like it'll give people to pick up time to pick up in sale, go back, buy a new colorway. Whereas I think now brands are very much like, if it doesn't do well on Instagram,
they get rid of it, and it churns very quick as well.
And it doesn't give us enough time to get used to it and appreciate a shoe.
Sure. Awesome. And on that note, Morprime, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
I've been Pedro, Blacklisted. We are the panel. Please check us out, subscribe, comment, all of that jazz. And that's it.
Check out Sneaker Freaker.
And check out, plug Sneaker Freaker, man.
New issue out now, and we've got the book as well. It's the heaviest book. I'm going to say it's the best, but I can definitely say it's the heaviest. So yeah,
I definitely subscribe to that. I've got a copy. I've got a signed copy.
Do wait for that thing, man.
Do you know what I mean? So, and I just want to actually say, just before we disappear, for those that are getting into the culture, I would say that's a perfect reference point, just to school up on your knowledge and stuff like that. I don't really recommend books like that, but this tome, the Sneaker Freaker tome.
If you're gonna get one, it's the way that it's the one to start with, right?
Definitely. Until then, peace.
Thank you. That was good, man.
Tom,
you need to sort your tongues out, mate. You got wonky tongues.
It's crooked tongues.
I'm paying mate, you know what? I saw a girl walking around with a crooked tongues t-shirt the other day.
No way.
And I got so upset because I know it's not a real crooked tongues. I know it's that skate shit you brand.
Are you see anything?
No, I just looked. I just got depressed, mate. I was just, oh my god. But she don't understand. She don't understand the history behind that, man. Do you know what I mean?
Matic.
That's better.
You're still rolling, right?
I am still rolling.
All right.